Alright, welcome back to Digger's Den, aka your boy Tezza. Right, we're back out. We're back out on the Roman Hill. Well, I like to call it the Roman Hill because we've had so many Roman coins off here. But saying that, the other week, Tezza had a really nice hammered coin from up there. And Ian, which will come up in another video, had a really nice coin, which was similar, just over there. So today I'm going to leave that top bit for now, and I'm going to come down to the bottom bit and see what we can't find down here. Now, we've had a few cans off here before. Really trashier area it was. So we're going to be using the Double D Raider coil. It's a smaller coil, smaller coil, always works better in a trashier area. Also got the Blackadder Gladius spade. Brilliant spade that is. Absolutely brilliant. I do like it, especially when the ground's quite hard. It's quite soft now because we've had quite a bit of rain. So I'm going to stop boring you with the chatter. We're going to get on, and I will see you at the first target. This was the first target. Now, I weren't really going to dig this one. I knew it was going to be a tiny little bit of lead. Just by the way, the apex in relic mode makes the tones and the ID numbers just jump all over the place like crazy. But you've got to dig them tones sometimes, because as it went to show last week with Tezza over there. Now, we've done the top part, but where we've had so much rain the last few days, they've not put any more mud on the top and grass is starting to grow through. But we've mainly done the top bit. Now, the bottom bit we haven't really done much of. Reason being is because it's quite a trashier area down that bottom bit. So today, I'm using the Double D Raider coil instead of the bigger Reaper coil. Reason being is I think the smaller coil will work better in the trashier area. But there goes it. First tone, first target. Tiny bit of lead. Let's carry on. See what else we can't find. Right, now onto a target here. I'm not sure if you can hear that through the headphones. It's quite a dull tone. It's right up in the 40s there. On my experience with the apex, I'm going to say another tiny little bit of lead. Right, it's just got that jump in and that tone. Right, let's find out and dig it out. It does take a bit of time to learn your metal detector and your tones. There you have it. Just there. Weren't that deep neither, it's quite close to the top. Just a tiny bit of lead. In relic mode it has that kind of grunt tone as well as it jumps, as you see there a minute ago. But that's what it was, just a bit of lead. Got a really nice tone here. It's quite deep, so it's jumping around slightly. And the 70s. Jumping slightly in the 80s, I think that's where it's so deep. Move around target slightly. Yeah, that's the best point there. Alright, let's dig that out. Not sure what that could be. Whatever it is, it's really deep. Alright, that's what it was, lump of lead. Lump of deep lead, big bit of big bit of lead. So there's that. I mean, that was deep. That was deep, but he got it out, and that's what it was. Just a bit of lead. Well, as I say, this is where it is pretty trashy just down here. But got to go for the trashy area to find the good stuff. So let's carry on. First, I thought it was a bit of a coin. Weren't even really deep, it was on the top. That's why it was giving off a funny old tone. Old button, shank there on the back. Just a flat button, nothing on the front. I'm not sure if there's a pattern. If there's a pattern, as I say, we always put a little steel up after this, but if there ain't, we're just going to carry on. Making our way down there. And just scanning backwards or forwards, just seeing what we can't find, and that was the last target. Alright, let's carry on. On the top. As I was walking along, didn't even have to dig that. Little bit of bomb shrapnel. Found a few little bits of that so far, just sitting on the top. give off a good tone and all. But I'll tell you what, running it in relic mode, as you see, I've notched off the 99 tone, notched off up to 35. That's what I like to run the Apex in. When I'm running the Reaper coil, I do like to change the settings around a little bit. Notch on an extra 2 I would if I had the bigger coil. And run it in probably in all metal mode and notch off up to 30 and notch off the 99 tone. Running it in multi-frequency mode as well. And that's what that nice little tone was. Just a tiny little bit of bomb shrapnel. We've had a few cans on the way over the far back bit now. Had a few cans, we just walked straight in a line. First proper nice tone this is. Slight jump in the 50s. It's a really nice tone though. Right, it should be right there in front of the coil. I said it was out. Oh, I think I can see it. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Just make sure. Yep, that's what it is. Not sure what that could be. Don't look nothing that old. Probably just a twisted bit of metal. Looks like it's got a few patterns on the back of it. Don't know, give it a little clean up. See if there is anything on it. Otherwise, it's another bit for the old junk pile. Let's carry on, and I will see you at next. Alright, got a really nice tone here, nice sharp tone in the 80s. Now if that was a bit of a can, it'd be 60s with a tone at the back, which is basically like a 3-tone combo, like I like to call it. Three-tone combo, I like that. But that's what I like to call it. When you run over a can with the Apex, you'll know what I mean. If you've been using the Apex for a while, cans, unless they've been shredded up and you're just going to get the side bit, you're going to pick it up as a 60. But most of the times, if it's a full can, there's kind of like a 3-tone to it. But this is just a single tone, solid 84, 85. All right, let's dig that out. I just flicked this one out. It was still deep. I couldn't work out why. I was still picking it up, and it didn't really seem that deep. But just as I flicked it over, no, it's an old crusty 1p. But that's what that tone was in the 80s. Just an old crusty penny. I think it's an old penny. Size one. Don't know if we're going to get any detail off of that or anything. If we do, I'll stick a steel up. If not, we're going to carry on. Oh well, not bad though. Coin's a coin. Just there was where I had that big penny from, just there. An old penny, looks like George V. But as you can see down the back there, that's where they're building all the houses and they're driving the mud up. But where it's been so wet the last couple of weeks, I haven't really been putting any more mud on top of here. But on to another tone. 84, 85, absolutely lovely tone. Alright, let's find out what that is. It should be just there in front of the coil. Somewhere just there. I spaded this one with a spade. Come on to my second coin. Just had that big penny. Is it a coin? Oh yeah, it's a coin. Thought it was a button at first. It's really thick though, that one. Who's that then? God, that's a really thick coin. Seems really thick. I feel I can see a face there facing to the right. Could be wrong. I'm not too sure who that is. What we'll do though is when we get back, we'll give this one a clean up and see who that is on there. I think that's looks like a William III to me. I could be totally wrong, but we'll find out when we get back. Right, not bad. On to a few coins. Let's carry on. Hopefully we'll have a few more. There it is. Stuck to the wall. I think that I need to be a bit more careful when digging. For some reason the last few coins I've oh, that's right in there, that is. Oh, is it a coin though? Oh no, I think that's a button. Is that a button? No, that's a coin. Feel the back. Hey, it's another coin. Ain't done too bad. I've had quite a few little bits of lead. Had 3 coins. One of them, I'm not 100% sure, but I think could be a William III. And now we're just finding some old crusty coins now. And making our way, as I say, we've worked the corner. We've had a coin from just there, a few little bits of lead. Coin just there. And a coin just there. And that's what it is. Right, as I say, don't know if I'm going to get much off of that. But if I do, we'll throw a steel up. If not, we're just going to carry on and search about. Let's move on. Well, it's an absolutely lovely little evening. And me and my boy are out over here. And we've had a few little finds now. Found quite a few little bits of lead on the way over. We've not walked back that way, we've just sort of gone up and down on the side here where we had a few coins. And on to another target here. Just jumping slightly. As you can hear, there it is. It's just jumping. It's got a nice tone though, even though it's still jumping slightly. 55, 56. Right, let's dig it. See there, it was a bit of a sketchy signal. Now it was pretty deep, but I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely over the moon. Now we've narrowed it down to there, because it was a little bit harder to find. Now I've had a little look, wedged right in. Let's see if we can get it out. And I am sure, I think I know what this is. I could be wrong, but it is a hammered coin. There you go. I had a feeling it was. And it is a... Oh, I'm shaking, sorry. Oh, I couldn't tell you who it was. Let's have a look at the back. I think that's a possible redwood. Couldn't tell you which one. First, second, third or fourth. The 3 dots on the back there. As you can see, the 3 pets in each corner. And the crown at the top. And there's his face. You can just about see it. It's just so tarnished. But I'll tell you what. That is going to be a stunner. What we're going to do though is we're definitely going to give this a little clean up. But I'm absolutely over the moon. Now my boy had a hammered off here the other week. Over the far back. Up the very, very end. Up the top. Right up the very end. And I've come down to where we just got annoyed the other week because of the amount of cans that was down here. And boom. There you have it. Tiny little hammered coin. Oh, I'm absolutely over the moon. Stunning little coin as well. I've got so many hammered coins. It's unbelievable. And a lot of Edwards. So I'm thinking maybe it could be an Edward. But you can't tell until I get home and give it a proper clean. But we put a few stills up. And I'm going to hunt around here now. I'm just going to stick around this bit. We've had quite a few little finds. A few coins are just over there. And we had another coin just in front of us. He had a big penny as well. But there you have it. A little hammered coin. Right, I'm over the moon. I'm going to stop for 5 minutes. And I will catch you at the next. As we stop for 5, this is probably going to be the boringest bit of the video. Just what I explain where the mud's come from. As you guys know, if you watch my videos, previous videos, I tell you there's a building site over the far back where they're putting all the houses and they're bringing all the mud. They made a massive mound over here and that's where they've been putting it all. Now I've just spoke to somebody, they said they'd be putting some more on the far back in the next few days. But they're not going to be putting any more from this corner bit right over to the far side. But that means from here to that bush just there, they're not going to be putting any more soil on top of this bit, which is a bonus because we haven't really done much this bottom bit. And just finding a hammered coin there, where my spade was, has now made me want to carry on going up and down in this part. Even though I've dug up a few cans, because you've got to dig them cans sometimes because they do give off good signals. I've had 4 or 5 coins. Quite a few bits of lead, some bomb shrapnel bits, and a stunning hammered coin. Now, I'm not sure which Edward it is, but I know it's an Edward. It could be first, second or third, but we'll find out when we get back exactly which one it is. But I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying it down this part. As I say, we haven't really done much down this bit before because it was going for all the cans and being out with little mini diggers, him just digging them cans up all along the edge, which he did do the first time, has helped me out a little bit, which is an absolute bonus. But as I say, let's carry on, less of the chatting. We're going to make our way down that way, see what else we can't find, and I'll see you at the first. Just on the surface, bit of a motorbike. Well, no, I think it's I've seen one of these. I think it's some sort of cooling fan thing for a PC. I think my boy's got one of these, his gaming PC. I've seen them. That sticks to the back of some chip of some kind. Yeah. Right. As I say, we're just moving our way down there. Just going to keep moving up and down. Really, this point here. Just come up and down there. Finding pieces like that down here seems really trashy. So I'm not sure whether it's come from an old... This bit's all like kind of a topsoil from somewhere instead of being quite deep down, but yeah, that's what it was. Just sitting there looking at me it was. Right, let's carry on. Made our way halfway across, done a few cans and a few little bits and bobs. As you can see there, 8384, that's really jumping, that is. It's either something really small or maybe a bit of lead. Right, let's dig it out. I do like finding these. I found quite a few on this field now. Oh, let's get it out. I'll show you what that is. Musket ball. 18th century, no doubt. 18th century musket ball. Hey, that looks like it's just been dropped, not even fired. Lovely little find. Right, let's carry on. This is the reason why I'm using the smaller coil as well. Picking up a lot of that's not even it. I'm pointing at the wrong thing. It's just there, just a bit of wire. I was pointing at the stone looking through the phone. But that's why it's so trashy down here. That's why I'm using a smaller coil. I mean, I know it's not anything amazing, but it goes to show that the Apex is still doing really well, and it's still going quite deep on these little bits. Who knows what that could be. Alright, let's carry on. I was reading up in the 60s, went right up to the 70s, and I've got a coin ball. Now, I can't see anything. It's got a jumpy bit of a tone, but we're never going to know unless we this what bit it's in. And it's in this part. Oh, it was a good tone. Now I know what it is. It's a little bit stickier down the bottom here. God, that is sticky down here. It's because we come down to the bottom of the hill. And the rain's running all the way down it. That looks to me like it is a butt-on. I feel the shank. I think it's a shank on the back there. Could be absolutely wrong, but it does feel like a shank there. I'll give it a clean up anyway. See exactly what that is. It's sticky down here. Just down near the fence. Just working our way around this part. Yeah, not had many bits. Quite a few little bits of can. And I had this lighter a minute ago which still worked, which is a bonus. Hey, right, let's carry on. Walk right around the bottom there. Not going to go up on the hill because I've got bad legs. But just here, if I can find it again. There's two tones here. 55, 56. And a really dull 43, 44. Now that sounds to me like a lump of iron ore, like hot rock, but I'll dig it anyway. But there's a nice little tone there. In the 60s. Right, see what that is. We'll double check the hole though, but just there. Just a tiny little bit of lead. How tiny that is. Let's giving quite a nice tone though. So I think it was either right on the top of the soil and we didn't need to dig, or there might be something else in there. So we're going to go over it again. Plus we'll probably dig out the bit of iron ore that I found back there just to see if it is. But yeah, that's what that was. Bit of lead. Or should I say lead-a-rooney. So we've almost come to the end of our journey now for this week. But the last few finds we've had, just bits of lead, mainly on the top, and some sort of weird button kind of thing there as well. But yeah, as I say, they're our last targets. We're going to make our way just to the end there where the gate's open. If we find anything else, we'll come back to you. Otherwise, this might be the last target of the day. Right, let's carry on. Guys, it's just starting to rain, and it's just getting dark now. I mean, you can't really see it too much on the phone, but it is getting pretty dark. But I'd like to thank every single one of you for joining me every week on these metal detecting adventures. I'll tell you what, that hammered coin is going to come up really, really nice. Can't wait to tell Tezza. Ollie was over the moon because he was the one that dug it. But it goes to show. Sometimes, even, I mean, we've been over that bit and we did dig a lot of cans. But sometimes, even going over them places where you've been before, you can absolutely find some nice stuff. Now, Tezza and Ian are going to be coming back next week, and they're going to be doing up the sides of here, as you can see. They're going to be doing up the sides now. I can't really do the sides because of I've got really bad back and a bad left arm, and I would struggle getting up there because I mean it is pretty steep. It don't probably look steep, but yeah, it's very steep. So they're going to be doing the sides. I'm going to carry on with the top until my next adventure. This is Digger's Den. Your boy Tezza, and I will see you at the next.
Introducing the Gypsy King, Tyson